Alrighty, welcome back to another episode of Magnus Tsunami Gaming. Last we left off, Samus was trying to figure out where she needed to go in this weird labyrinth of broken down ship parts and mazes of left behind technology. Honestly, I've never actually played this game before, so for me to figure this out is a complete and utter guessing game. But for those of you who have played this, please no spoilers. I'm actually enjoying this game. This is about the only game that I won't ask for tips or tricks. Because, well, I'm pretty good at figuring out old school games, and if I can't figure this one out, well, then maybe I just shouldn't play it. Now, one thing I didn't realize, and you guys are probably going to call me a giant noob for this, I didn't realize that when you jump, you can press down and actually physically shoot downwards. It took me forever to figure that one out, and here was me thinking I got stuck. And I'm like, oh shit, what do I do? Where do I go? I didn't realize that the bricks on the floor could be destroyed. And here was me like going, where do I go? Where do I need to go? I just couldn't figure it out. Sorry, apologies for that. But yeah, I mean, the music in it is pretty cool, and for an old game like this, they really put a lot of effort into it. You know, they make you think, they make you really use your noggin. Like, who would have actually thought to shoot down unless you knew the controls? You know what I mean? So, I mean, and back in those days, they actually did give you game manuals. Nowadays, it's just all online. You know, you get given a leaflet that tells you to go check the manual online. And it's like, what happened to the good old days of having a nice manual, a bit of a backstory? That effort is gone nowadays, you know? It's all digital, it's all online. Yeah, we're saving the trees, we're saving the environment, that's awesome. I love it. But nothing beats having the original game, box, or the jewel case, the manual, you know, and sometimes the manual had little tips and tricks in it, or little hints. Sometimes they were really nice, they had some art. You know, well, I've got to ask though, what was the most interesting manual you've had from a game? And what was the most interesting quote or quirk in the manual that made you really enjoy it or laugh at it? Share it in the comments below, I'd love to hear it. Honestly, for me, when it came to game manuals, I would say the F-Zero GX one was cool. But I also liked, I can't remember now, I think it was like the Donkey Kong 64 one as well. There's some pretty good old school manuals, especially like the whole Nintendo 64 era. They really did well with those game manuals, and they are still collectible today. So, if you ever get a hold on the manuals in a good condition, keep them. If you got double ups, sell them or trade them with your mates. That's my suggestion. Like, honestly, I didn't know what you're supposed to do here, but I figured it out later, so you guys will see that soon, I hope. See, you press up, and I didn't realize Samus can shoot up. So I'm like, okay, so Samus can shoot up, but can I shoot down? So I think I eventually figured it out. How do I shoot down? Because if you press down, Samus curls into a ball. You can shoot up, but you press down, and then you can shoot down. So you have to sort of be like jumping. And I finally figured it out. I'm like, yeah, boy. Oh, this like was a massive celebratory for me. So you get into this room and there's a weird glowing orb. You have to shoot the orb or collect it at the right height, otherwise it won't work. It's so weird. Like, you have to get it at the right angle. Specifically get it at the right angle. And Samus, I had no idea what Samus was doing right there. And you get a rocket upgrade. A missile upgrade, rather, sorry. And you get to select missiles and press the X button. Nice. And obviously, just like I thought I would, guess what I did? I wasted them immediately. Don't ask me why. I just went and wasted them entirely. Ah, dear. As you would, you know, just go and waste them all. And I didn't realize that once you get the missile upgrade, you go back to the main lobby. The game doesn't reset per se, but I thought, like, okay, now I've got the missiles. I'll select the missile and shoot the pink barriers. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do, right? Wrong. 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 I didn't realize that now that you've got the missiles, they're supposed to be used for a boss or harder enemies. So I literally just went and wasted them all. You get more, so don't stress. You do get more missiles. But here was me going, oh shit, now I've wasted them. Do I get more? Do I get more? Where do I go from here? As I'm checking the map. I'm like, okay. Where do I go from here? I was thinking that you had to enter that pink area. How wrong was I? How wrong was I? I couldn't believe I was so silly. I felt like an idiot. I'm not an idiot, but I felt like that. You know what I mean? You're just like, you know when you figure something out and you're like, oh, so stupid. You really put yourself down because you wish you'd figured it out like 5 minutes ago and you've spent like 5 or 10 minutes racking your brains going, where the fuck do I go? So you go back, after you get the missile upgrade, you go back up the top. So if you're ever playing this game, don't get frustrated. Trust me, I'm going to get frustrated for you guys. You go back up to the top. You go to the left. And the whole dynamic changes. Now you've got enemies and everything shooting at you. So I don't know what happened here. And yeah, look at that. You get more rockets. So they drop rockets, which is nice. And yeah, it seems like this whole base has now been taken over by aliens. And you get to go back where you came. So that's good. It opens up a whole new area. But you have to get that rocket upgrade, otherwise it won't let you continue. Now this area is tricky, because if you fall... yeah, be careful of those guys. They hurt. If you fall back down, it's a long way down. Watch out for them. Now the platforms are so small. Like I said, one wrong move and you end up plummeting all the way back down, and then you have to climb all the way back up. And it's so frustrating. It's like, look at that. Trying to get through that small gap. There we go. Look at that. You have to be so precise with your jumps. There's no room for error. Honestly, if AVGN was playing this game, he would be getting frustrated at this. Or the Angry Video Game Nerd, if you guys watch his series. Now, I'm surprised. This is a great game. I'm surprised he doesn't review something like this. Like, yeah, okay, the platforms probably aren't as bad as a lot of them out there. But Jesus Christ, there's like no room for error at all. I love the effects though. I love the explosions, the colors. They're not too bright, so they're not too harsh on the eyes. Ow. Almost every enemy either drops health or drops ammo, which is nice. But it almost seems like there's no end in sight to these guys. They just keep spawning. Ah, finally. There we are. Back to the top now. Well, not back to the top. Now we're to the top, rather, should I say. What's these weird things on the wall? They look like, you know those things from Mario with the spikes? That's what these look like, but they go in all the way around. So maybe our best option here is to destroy them. Alright, let's check out this area over here. We can't go that way yet. Bullet won't reach far enough. We need to destroy those. I have a feeling we'll have to come back here later. There's no point, Samus. You can't go any further. Your bullets won't reach. Don't bother. I have a feeling we'll have to come back for this one later. But let's continue up, shall we? Shoot up. Shoot up. There you go. I'm like, arg. Platforming is kind of frustrating a little bit for me. But, alrighty. Now we're to a save point, so I'm going to save it here. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Till next time, enjoy and stay tuned. Magnus out. Thank you for watching today's video. We have a Discord server if you'd like to join. Check the description below. If you enjoy my content, please hit that subscribe button, like or share. Stay tuned for the next future video, and I hope to see you soon.